You're welcome yet again to an amazing month where we're going to share very interesting stuff about business.
Business group coaching is back.
This business started in 2019 on the cusp of COVID.
Right now, the entire organization has over 30 people.
If that is not growth, you see what I meant when I told you we were bringing somebody with results to show?
That the reason why I need to have this is that people who follow me are mostly sinners. So, so they need to hear the word of the Lord.
So he knew how to calculate cost of goods, he knew how to purchase, he knew how to price, he knew how to repair, he knew even how to collect debts.
You strongly believe Jesus was a businessman?
Yes.
Anyone who sets up a business to work in it, you created a job for yourself, that business will fail.
When the leader sees small, the business is definitely going to stay small, and so is everyone in it, trapped in the smallness.
Exactly.
You who think the business people are not in kingdom business. Ooh.
You're welcome yet again to an amazing month where we're going to share very interesting stuff about business.
Business group coaching is back.
This business started in 2019 on the cusp of COVID.
Right now, the entire organization has over 30 people.
If that is not growth, you see what I meant when I told you we were bringing somebody with results to show?
That the reason why I need to have this is that people who follow me are mostly sinners. So, so they need to hear the word of the Lord.
So he knew how to calculate cost of goods, he knew how to purchase, he knew how to price, he knew how to repair, he knew even how to collect debts.
You strongly believe Jesus was a businessman?
Yes.
Anyone who sets up a business to work in it, you created a job for yourself, that business will fail.
When the leader sees small, the business is definitely going to stay small, and so is everyone in it, trapped in the smallness.
Exactly.
You who think the business people are not in kingdom business. Ooh.
your grace caused me to come to you by faith. You've drawn me with your love to your embrace where I find peace and joy. So what's my response to this kind of love? Broader, high and deeper than I've ever known. Let my life be an offering, a sacrifice that brings you pleasure. Let my days be for you alone, to give you glory and great honor. When you gave the best for me, and nothing I can give compares. Let my life be an offering, a pleasing sacrifice to you, my Lord. You have called me by your grace, cause me to come to you by faith. You've drawn me with your love to your embrace where I find peace and joy. So what's my response to this kind of love? Broader, high and deeper than I've ever known. Let my life be an offering, a sacrifice that brings you pleasure. Let my days be for you alone, to bring you glory and great honor. When you give the best for me, and nothing I can give compares. Let my life be an offering, a pleasing sacrifice to you, my Lord. Send now your word, a lamp to my feet, guiding me daily wherever I go. Teach me your ways, a heart that loves you. a pleasing sacrifice to you, my Lord.
Welcome to Business Garage. Business Garage, yet another episode. We are going to be learning about destroying debt. I must first start by apologizing for the technical difficulties that have hindered us coming early enough for you. But live online audience, we appreciate that you patiently waited. My name is Steven, and I'm proud to be your host this morning. And here in studio with us is Director Grace Munyirwa. So give him a very good welcome, studio audience. He's here to give us small nuggets on how to behave ourselves out of debt. The last time he was here, he really had a lot of nuggets for us, very hard-hitting words on how we deal with debt. But the good thing is there is hope, that there is a way out. Actually, what he said, that it's easy to get out of debt. It's just harder to keep out of debt. But I'm sure that he has a lot to share with us today, and I won't eat into his time. I would like him to go straight into continuing where he stopped his conversation. Director Grace has a book called Destroying Debt. Check it out, get it. If you're smart, you want to stay smart. If you're dumb, you want to be smart, using his book. So if he has put it in his book, really, he has a heart for helping people not to do those damn things. So Director Grace, you're welcome to Business Garage.
Thank you so much, Pastor Steve, and good morning.
Good morning.
Good.
Do you have any quick greetings to any people you want to shout out?
Yeah, I said greetings to my daughter who is in the studio.
Hey. You're welcome.
Yeah. So, why don't we start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Welcome, and today we deal with escaping debt and how you can escape debt. I'm going to explain 4 myths first about, then
Okay.
I'll have 3 guides, and then we'll see how to ways to really destroy and get out of debt and keep out of debt. Myth number 1: experience is the best teacher. Just because I saw someone and I had a date that went bad.
Yes.
Now I actually know. No, experience will make you older. Experience will make you dumber. But what will make you wiser is evaluated experience. You have to evaluate your experience with debt. Just an experience with debt will not make you wiser. Myth number 2: now that I know better, I will do better. No. Knowing and doing are two different things. Many people know what causes weight gain, but they do other things. They know how many calories they intake, and they know that they amass more calories within a short time.
Even doctors say smoking kills, but they
and
smoke.
they go ahead and smoking. So knowing does not necessarily lead to doing. With debt, you have to get to a point where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Wow.
So you have to reach that stage. I find many people haven't reached that stage. And so that's where the problem is. Myth number 3 is time is against me. So I need to get this thing right now. I need to buy this land right now. I need to buy this car right now. No, not true. I've had stories of everyone my age is. I've had stories of opportunities are fleeting. I've even had stories of the people I studied with are all ... Not true. Time is your friend. And characteristic of debt, there is normally an urgency of time. It is like time, there's a time decay element. People want it now. People want it today, and they cannot wait to have it. Myth number 4 is this: just know that many people are faking it.
Whoa.
Very many people are faking it. They are walking around but really deep in debt, and they are not as thriving as you actually think.
Maybe they are just not conscious. They're just walking around as zombies.
Exactly.
Yes.
Zombies all over and zombies everywhere. But I'll share three pointers and 3 guardrails that can help us.
Yes.
Guardrail number 1: your irresponsibility with debt eventually becomes someone else's responsibility. The thing is, you can touch debt it. Eventually, you will leave that baby with someone to raise. And so, if you do not take care of your health, someone else has to then take care of your health. There is no way you can destroy irresponsibility. It's passed on. And I would like to go into the African ways of passing irresponsibility, but time won't allow us.
Yes.
But your irresponsibility eventually becomes someone else's responsibility. Guideline number 2. The way you love the people in your life is by taking responsibility. Many times we understand when people make mistakes, but we want them to own up and say, you know what, I have learned a lesson and I will do better. And I'm ready to actually pave a new path. Number 3, irresponsibility. That means debt, irresponsibility, or irresponsibility with debt causes us and creates conflict within us and with those around us. Inevitably, if you don't deal with debt, conflict will ensue. And conflict will just be one of the ways you actually live your life.
Yes.
There is something about debt and about people who are in debt. There's always a thought that there's a knight in shining armor who will come and rescue you.
Coming anytime.
There is no one coming to rescue you.
You're on your own.
You're on your own. Let's go and deal with the way forward.
Yes.
Now that we're in debt, now what's the way forward? Number one, there is someone who said that all progress begins with telling the truth. All progress begins with telling. No one cares really, but all progress begins with telling the truth. Number one, list down all your debts. Okay? Be honest with yourself. I think it was Mark Twain who said, "Unto thyself be true."
True.
Get a piece of paper and list every debt that you actually have.
Yeah.
Number two, I will hear this often, but my expenses exceed my income. What should I do? What should I do? Thou wast cutteth thy expenses to fit in the income. There are three ways around it. Increase income, reduce expenses, touch both. You get it?
Yes.
There is no way out. Just get to know that you need to live within your means. There's a quotation I found very hilarious. Some guy said that my problem lies with reconciling my gross habit with my net income. Then some other guy said that there's to live beyond your means today is to live below them tomorrow. There's another fella who is more humorous. Say that I'm living far beyond my means, that we may almost be living apart. Me and my means are actually living apart.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yes.
Now, that doesn't augur well if we are to get out of debt.
Yeah.
But like I said, number one, list down all your debts. I remember when we started this journey, my lawyer friend told me, "Grace, you have to list every and he kept poking and probing until we listed every debt. Like I said, number two, list all your expenses. Okay? And look at how your expenses can fit
into
with
your income.
in your income. And have an excess. Because we're going to circle back to this.
Okay.
Number three, I think it was Dave Ramsey who said, when you're in a hole, stop digging.
Stop digging.
So
Yes,
you're in
that's the
debt,
case with debt.
stop
You keep
getting other
debts.
debt. Okay? Now, I hope time allows us. Many times what happens is you try to fix it by getting into another debt.
Another debt.
And then debt is more behavior. Yes. So that is why debt consolidation is a
lie.
Is a lie. You get all your 16 debts or 8 and then consolidated them into one. Only to go back and procure a new debt. By the way, I have recently learned that there are many loan apps.
Oh yes.
I had
rampant.
never heard of them.
They are rampant.
Free.
And very invasive.
Free from loan apps. They will bring you down quicker than anything else.
They have access to people's bank accounts and phone details, yes.
Wow.
When you go and read through the terms and conditions, you're giving away your life.
Dr. Steve, where did you find them?
Because they appear in
Now,
life
where
feed.
did you find them?
They found me. I didn't find them.
Okay. Number 3, know the terms and conditions, like you've said. Many people even do not know how much debt they have. They do not know they
buried their head in the sand.
The installment. They don't know the interest. They don't know the tenor. They don't know even the penalties. So you may say, you know what? I am 2 months in arrears. But you forget that your interest changed. And now it's at whatever it is. Per month, per week, per day. I remember when we were in arrears, the interest changed from 22% to 42%.
What?
Yes. So you may get the installment and you think now you're good with the last month.
Yeah.
Yes. No. There is the interest that you actually were in penalty interest. And so you need to pay more than your fair share of the installment. Like I've said, time is your friend. Now, let's go slow here. It took you time to get into debt.
Yes.
It will take you time to
get
get out
out.
of debt. Many times when people procure debt, it is this: give me 5 million, I will pay it back to you in 3 months. You have failed to raise the 5 million in the last 6 months. Now, what magic do you have to raise this 5 million in the next 3 months? It becomes hot, then you borrow 7 to pay back the 5. And then the cycle continues. Now, the problem with consolidation is that you actually do the same thing and you are unrealistic with time. Someone else said that the problem with debt is that you quickly forget. You forget that you actually spent a long time with debt, and so getting out with is going to take you a long time. But since time is your friend, ask for more time and cheaper way at it. Remember when we said that you must fit all your expenses in your income and have excess. So that excess must be the one to clear the debt. Let me give an example.
Yes.
So if you earn 1 million and your expenses are 1.2, already there is
danger.
a problem. So what you're going to do is to fix your expenses to
within
be
the
at least, let's say, 150. I mean 850.
850.
So you remain with 150.
150.
Now you have a debt of 5 million. So you're not going to use this 150 to pay it in 3 months. There are no miracles. And there's no knight in shining armor coming to rescue you. So the best you can do, therefore, is go and negotiate with your money lender. Because many times they are all friend. Such that you're able to pay them 150 over how many months? How many months are those? 30 or what? 33, I think, or 34 months. So that you're able to pay it all out in that time. You will not pay that money in 3 months.
No.
Time is your friend.
Yeah.
There is another thing I want to share with people.
Yes.
Ask for pardon. Come to Pastor Steve and say, Pastor Steve, things have
Forgive me.
Forgive me.
Yes.
Release me. And the man-mate release you. Or there's another thing that I did with the Cheseden company, which I'll not name. It's not known. You can come up. They demanded us 22 million. I walked in and I said, dude, I have 12. Release me of the balance. I'm willing to pay 12 cash. And the man said, if you're serious, deposit by midday. By 11:59 it was there, and that got done away with. So
I like that because it means that one shouldn't keep hiding their head in the sand. Have conversations with your lenders so that they see that they are human. So
correct.
they understand. Yeah.
And they too, by the way, want you out of debt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Wonderful.
whenever they see you and whenever you see them, you get bad feelings.
Yeah.
So in order to harmonize that. But the other thing I thought I should share is save for windfalls. Within a year, Pastor Steve, there has been a windfall that has come your way. And save it and create an emergency fund or a saving, some form of savings. Many times people go for loans and quick loans because they do not have a fallback position. They are wondering, what do we do? How do I do? When do I do? What next now?
Yeah.
Then, I like this, which I'm going to say.
Yes.
Inevitably, you're going to liquidate some assets.
Assets, if you have any.
You will have an asset to liquidate. Liquidate that TV. You see, you're going to have to feel pain. Inflict pain on yourself, or someone else will inflict pain on you at their terms.
Yeah.
Now choose the pain that you want. Either you're going to get your TV and mattress and sell it and pay part of the debt, or someone is going, now you're choosing the price, or someone is going to come and take the TV and mattress and still dictate the price that they've sold it at. So either way, inflict some pain, liquidate assets on you. The other idea I have is daydream about the day you'll be debt-free.
Envision it.
Exactly. Fantasize about that day. That day is not far off in the horizon. A time is coming, and is soon, when thou shalt be debt-free. Debt will not be in your home. Debt will not be in your company. And your relationship with debt will be cut and cut forever. That umbilical cord will be forever cut. How do we then, when I'm summarizing this, I'm thinking, how do we land this plane?
Yes.
There are two friends of mine. I'll tell you a story. Two friends of mine. One is called James. The other is called Steve.
Not me.
And they were given an option. One was given 1 pence, which is 1 cent.
Yes.
The other one was given $1 million. And they told James, here is $1 million. And they told Steve, here is 1 pence.
1 penny. 1 penny.
1 penny.
Yes.
Correct. You're wise. 1 penny is going to double every single day. Which one do you take? For the next 30 days, only 30 days.
And
which one would you take, Pastor Steve?
Because I know about compounding interest, I'll take the 1 penny.
You're again very wise.
Yes.
So what happened? Small installments really accumulate.
Yes.
So what happened was this. James was given 1 million and Steve was given 1 penny. By day 5, Steve had 16 pennies only. And of course, James had $1 million and was spending and slaying the whole town. By day 10, Steve had $5, 12 pennies. Of course, James was chopping the money, chopping them dimes. By day 18, Steve had $1,310. By day 27, guess what? Steve had $671,088. And by day 30, do you want to know how much he had?
Please tell us.
5,5.368709. That shows you the magic of compounding interest.
Yes.
3 things compound. Your relationships should be compounding. I hope they are. Your time should be compounding. In other words, between day 27 and day 30, it was just easier. Your time, your relationship, and your money should be compounding. I think that as we end, I want to say this. You need to get out of debt and stay out of debt. Proverbs 13:20 says that walk with the wise and you'll be wise. Walk with people who are not in debt and you will also be wise. Number 2, Napoleon Hill talks about delayed gratification. Prolong your purchases. You can be foolish tomorrow, but not today. If you're online, put it in the cart and do not close the transaction. Wait for 48 hours and see if you still feel the same way. There's a proverb, Proverbs 8, verse 5, the last bit, says, a wise man's heart discerns both time and judgment. Because for every matter, there is a time and judgment. And lastly, you need to use a budget.
Okay.
And fit in the budget. There are many humorous jokes I had about budgets, but our time is out. And maybe another time I'll share with you what the humorous side of budget control is. At the end of the day, your irresponsibility will be someone else's responsibility. Yes.
Wow. Thank you very much, Director Grace. Such good nuggets. One thing I've picked up, as in, if compounding interest is on my side, it can be against me if I'm in debt as well.
Yes.
It's
if you are
working
in
for
debt,
that.
actually, within a year, you change. And only 0.03% of you remains.
Okay.
I also wanted to share something. That when you're out of debt,
Yes.
you have some money. You have money like this.
Ah,
You have
we
this
have
from
some foreign
Vietnam.
currencies.
You
Yeah.
have these are dirhams. You have dollars.
Wow.
You have euros. You have, this is Hong Kong dollar. You have choice.
Yes.
When you're out of debt, you actually have options. You can even go to Turkey. These are Turkish liras. But when you're not in debt, when you're in debt,
When you're
you
in
only
debt.
think of one thing. When do I
Debt.
pay debt?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Wow. I wish we had more time, but guys, we've learned debt is more behavior than just money. So if you've behaved yourself into debt, you might need help behaving out of debt. And director has a book, Destroying Debt. Make sure you reach out and get it. Make sure you reach out and get help. Director, what you've said is really, for someone who's cut the heart and wants help, how do they get, apart from reading your book, how can you help?
you
some
need
people?
help.
Yes.
You see, don't walk this journey alone. That's why I say that you need a company. You need walking with the wise. You need people to hold you accountable. You need to come clean. That's why I said myth number 2. You need to get sick and tired of getting sick and
being
tired.
sick and tired.
simply say enough is
enough.
enough. Mind you, many people in debt have tried to get out of debt on their own. So be honest. The easiest person to lie to is yourself. Because you tell yourself, I will, I can, and I will be able to. And the testimony is, you have so far failed. If anything, you actually got deeper and deeper in debt.
Into debt.
So seek professional help to get out of debt. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And by the way,
yes.
lastly,
Yes.
there is a very strong link between the people who are in debt and gambling. When you see all those gambling places, those clients are all in debt. What gambling does to you is it gives you the hope that if you win this time, you're going to pay all your debt. And gambling actually sinks you more in debt.
Into debt.
There was a study carried out in Finland where 23,231 people were interviewed. And
Wow.
all of them were in debt. And they were just getting more in debt. Why? Because of gambling. But the hope was there was a knight in shining armor coming. And who was that? They hope they will win 50 million. And when I win 50 million, I'll pay back all my debt and have some. A year later, they're deeper in debt. I submit.
Wow. We unfortunately don't have time to continue this conversation. The good thing is that we have Director Grace, so we can always have him another time. And I was thinking maybe if people are bold enough, we could have debt clinics with you helping us
We can.
get out of these things. Thank you very much for sharing passionately about this subject.
I've suffered.
And you don't want others to suffer.
No.
Friends, you're out there, you're suffering, or you're trying to walk into what you don't know, and you'll be suffering or making someone else suffer. You can avoid that. The good thing is if you know Jesus, he can give you wise people to walk with. And so, would like to give you a chance to know Jesus if you don't know Jesus, because he's the answer. He will give you wisdom on who to approach, who, if whatever you've tried is not working, try Jesus. And it's simple. You just say a little prayer, and you're in his family. So I'd like to lead you in that prayer. You just say, Dear Jesus, thank you for loving me and for dying for me and giving me life. I accept you as my Lord and Savior. Take my life and make something significant with it. Amen. If you've said that prayer, you are born again. And there's a number that's going to be running on the screen. Make sure to reach out that number. There's a pastor at the end of that line. They'll help you understand the decision you've just made. And just to pray with you, because with God nothing is impossible. There is a way out of debt. Make sure to call that number, and someone will help you. From Business Garage, we shall be happy to see you again next Sunday with another hot topic. Be sure to tune in, share this link with friends who haven't watched today as well. Come back and watch because we want you to win. Have a blessed Sunday.